Okay, so let's begin the mock test. ये रहा नया वाला है ये. Let's go. If P $Q means P is the father of Q and P hashtag Q means P is the mother of Q, then P into Q means P is the sister of Q and P is the husband of the following indicates that P is the paternal grandmother of. इसमें टाइम लगेगा. Mark for review. Only a few alpha are beta. Only a few alpha are beta. All beta are gamma. All beta are gamma. No gamma is delta. No gamma is delta. Some alpha are definitely not delta. Some alpha are definitely not delta. True. सही है. All alpha can never be beta. All alpha can never be beta. हाँ, true. Because only a few alpha are beta ना. हाँ, true. All gamma being alpha is a possibility. All gamma being alpha is a possibility. अगर अल्फा सबसे बड़ा हो, बीटा उसके अंदर गामा हो. हाँ, all three are correct. Find the next term. 3, 10, 31, 3, 10, 31, 80, 171. 3 में 7 बढ़ा दिया, इसमें 21 बढ़ा दिया, इधर कितना कर दिया, इधर 49 बढ़ा दिया, और इधर 171 minus 80, this is 1, this is 9, 98 बढ़ा दिया. सेकेंड डिवीजन 14 बढ़ा दिया, दिस हैव इट 28 बढ़ा दिया, यहाँ पे 98 minus 49, 49 बढ़ा दिया, 7 7 2 जा 7 7 12 14. For review. Next, the person starts from P, walks 10 meter north to Q, then turns right and walks 15 meter to R. A person starts from P. I have to remove this also. Yeah. Person starts from P, walks 10 meter towards north, 10 meter in north, turns right and walks 15 meter to right, turns right and walks 15 meter to right, turns right and walks 14 meter to S, turns right and walks 14 meter to S, turns right and walks 14 meter to S, turns left and walk 12 meter to T, turns left and walk 12 meter to T, turns left and walk 4 meter to U, return 4 meter to U. What is the shortest distance between P and U? Shortest distance between P and U 15 plus S के लेके T के बीच में कितना था? 12. 15 plus 12 27. 27. This is hard. Select option that is related to the third number in the same way as the second number is related to the first number. 14 plus 3 का whole square. 14 plus 3 का whole square is 17 square, that is 289. तो 29 plus 3 28, 28 का whole square 784 तो है ही नहीं. फिर 1 square plus 4 square is equal to 17, और 17 का whole square is equal to 289. हाँ. 252 square plus 5 square is equal to 4 plus 25 29, 29 का whole square is 841. 841, 841. ये भी. Next. In a certain code, robot is written as this. Robot. TRDRV. TRDRV. So this is 18, this is 15, this is 2, this is 15, this is 20, this is 20, this is 18, this is 4, this is 18, this is 22. नॉर्मल में 2 बढ़ा रहे हैं और वॉवल में 3 बढ़ा रहे हैं. ठीक है. देन हाउ इज प्लांट रिटन? प्लांट PLANT. P होता है 16, इसमें 2 बढ़ा देंगे तो हो जाएगा ये R. इसमें होता है 12, इसमें 2 बढ़ा देंगे तो ये हो जाएगा N. ये होता है A1, इसमें 3 बढ़ा देंगे तो हो जाएगा DRND. ऑप्शन ए. Save and next. At what time between 5 and 6 o'clock will the hands of a clock be exactly 3 minutes apart? This is gonna take some time. 15th August 1947 was a Friday. What day of the week was 23 July 1950? 15th August 1947 was a Friday. तो 15 अगस्त 1948 क्या हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा सैटरडे। और 15 अगस्त 1949 क्या हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा संडे, मंडे मंडे। और 15 अगस्त 1949, तो अब 26 डेज बचे अगस्त में। जनवरी, फरवरी, मार्च, अप्रैल, मई, जून, जुलाई, अगस्त, सितंबर में बचे 31। अक्टूबर में बचे सितंबर में बचे जनवरी, फरवरी, मार्च, अप्रैल, जनवरी, फरवरी, मार्च, अप्रैल, मई, जून, जुलाई, अगस्त, सितंबर में 30 बचे। अक्टूबर में 31, नवंबर में 30, दिसंबर में 31 और जनवरी में 26। सबको ऐड कर दो। 7 7 8 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 14 के 4 कैरी के ऊपर 1 6 6 9 9 12 12 15 15 17 174 174 डिवाइडेड बाय 7 7 2 जा 14 34 7 4 जा 28 है ना। 28 तो 5 दिन एक्स्ट्रा आ रहा है। नहीं यार, अरे गलत हो गया अभी। दिस विल आल्सो टेक सम टाइम। A solid large cube is painted red on two adjacent faces, green on two opposite faces, and blue on the remaining two faces. It is then cut into 67 smaller identical cubes. How many smaller cubes have exactly two faces painted on with one red and one green? So there is a cube, और उस क्यूब में solid cube is painted red on two adjacent faces. Red on two adjacent faces. Red, red, green on two opposite faces. Green on two opposite faces. So green, green, and blue on the remaining two faces. Blue, blue, 64. 64 मतलब 4 cube is equal to 64. So 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8 ही होना चाहिए. 8 friends A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H sit round a circular table facing centers. Facing the center, A sits third to the right of B. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. A sits third to the right of B. A sits third to the right of B. So yeah, this is B. So A sits third to the right of B. 1, 2, 3. A. C sits second to the left of A. C sits second to the left of A. C. C sits second to the left of A. D is an immediate neighbor of C. D is an immediate neighbor of C. But not B. But not B. Okay. F sits opposite to A. F sits opposite to A. G is not an immediate neighbor of B. G is not an immediate neighbor of B. E sits second to the right of G. E sits second to the right of G. G यहाँ पे तो E यहाँ पे. Who sits immediate right of H? E. Next. Find the next term in the alphabet B, 2, E, H. So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. 11. इसमें क्या करा, इसमें तीन बढ़ा दिया, इसमें 4 बढ़ा दिया, इसमें 5 बढ़ा दिया, तो इसमें 6 बढ़ाएंगे तो T आ जाएगा. T11. T11. आ इधर डी से एच गए, 4 बढ़ा दिया, इधर 5 बढ़ा दिया, इधर 6 बढ़ा दिया, तो 7 बढ़ेंगे तो जेड. जेड. A bag contains red, blue, green, and oh my god, a bag contains red, blue, and green balls. In how many green balls are there? The probability of drawing a red ball is 1 by 3. Red ball की probability है 1 by 3. And there are 10 blue balls. Blue ball है 10. The ratio of the red is to 2x, 3x. Red is 2, green is 2x and 3x. So 2x upon 3x plus 2x, 5x plus 10 is actually equal to 1 by 3. So 6x is equal to 5x plus 10. हाँ, क्या क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट वाला वो both statement unnecessary मेरे हिसाब से. In a symbolic language, P is oh, this is gonna take so much time. 5 boxes V, W, X, Y, Z are placed one above the other. Box Y is immediate above X. 5 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. are placed one above the other. Box Y is immediate above X. Box Y is immediate above X. Two boxes are between W and X. W and X के बीच में two boxes. Okay. W and X के तो अगर Y सबसे ऊपर X इधर तभी तो इसके बीच हाँ two boxes are between box V is above W but not immediately above तो V हो जाएगा X के नीचे. Which box is at the bottom? W. Sorry. Okay, thankfully. Find the missing number in the grid. 1 12 row 1 1 12 1 12 18 30 अच्छा रो 1 है वो तो 12 18 30 14 21 35 16 24 16 24 हाँ तो इधर 6 बढ़ाया इधर उसका दुगना बढ़ाया इधर 7 बढ़ाया इसका इधर उसका दुगना बढ़ाया इधर 8 बढ़ाया इसका दुगना 16 बढ़ा देंगे तो ये जाएगा 40 40 नेक्स्ट A family has 6 members P, Q, R, S, T, and U, including 2 married couples. Q is a doctor and a father of T. U is the grandfather of R. This is gonna take some time. A machine arranges words and numbers. It places the highest number first, and then alphabetically the first number, then which, and then the second highest number. Time लगेगा इसमें भी time लगेगा. A watch gains 5 seconds every 3 minutes. It was set to correct times at 7 a.m. What will be the true time when the watch indicates 4:15 p.m. on the same day? 5 seconds every 3 minutes. 5 seconds every 3 minutes. So 60 minutes में 5 seconds every 3 minutes. So 20 into 5 यानी 100 seconds. 8 9 10 11 12 1 2 3 4 9 900 seconds. 900 seconds of 5 25 925 seconds 925 seconds का मतलब क्या होता है 925 upon 60 925 upon 60 तो 9 5 बन जा 5 5 8 जा 5 बन जा 5 8 जा और 5 जा और 5 12 जा 3 से जाएगा क्या हाँ 3 बेसिकली 900 seconds तक तो पूरा ही हो जाएगा ना ये 15 minutes 15 minute 25 seconds 15 minute हाँ तो 3 अरे गेन कर रहा है ना व्हाट हाँ तो 5:30 हो जाएगा ओके You meet two aliens, they will job. All of us, at least one of us is a liar. If two liars, इसके पिछले वाला कर सकते थे एक सेकेंड. You meet two aliens, Zog and Zig. Zog says at least one of us is a liar. If the liars always lie, tell the truth. Then what is Zog and Zig respectively? Two aliens, Zog and Zig. Zog कहता है, at least one of us is a liar. Dog is a truth teller, I think. Dog is a truth teller and Zig is a liar. हाँ there are I guess लिया मैंने उसमें. There are 40 students standing in a straight line facing north. Kailash is standing 6 towards Manish. 40 students. So Manish's position is 30 from the extreme left and 40 n is equal to 40. Kailash is standing 6th position to the left of Manish. यहाँ पे आ गया मनीष. यार इन क्वेश्चंस में ना टाइम लगता है. कोई है ऐसा जो कि एकदम से हो जाए. 4 pairs are given below. They are alike in a certain way. Please do mathematical question. Find out one. 4 into 15. 4 into 15. 5 into 20 and 6 into 6 का क्यूब माइनस 4. 7 का क्यूब प्लस 3. 6 का क्यूब प्लस 6. 7 का क्यूब प्लस 723 होता है ना. 343 होता है ना. 3 4 का क्यूब माइनस 4. 5 का क्यूब माइनस 5. 6 का क्यूब हाँ तो 6 यही होगा. ओके चलो एक हुआ. इन ए फिक्शनल लैंग्वेज ये बहुत टाइम लगता है इन क्वेश्चन में. A B dash D B C dash A यही ले लेता हूँ, मुझे ये सही लग रहा है. Oh man, this was bad. 14 answered and 5 not answered. अब नहीं होने वाला कोई 10 सेकंड में, क्या ही हो जाएगा इसमें यार. 15 अगस्त इज 1947 वाज अ फ्राइडे. व्हाट आई डोंट नो. थर्सडे. तुक्का लगाया नहीं. आई डोंट नो. नहीं, नहीं लगा शायद वो वाला. हाँ. Consider the following statement regarding the architectural style of the Hindu temples in India. In Kalinga style of architecture, the Sakhar Deol is typically characterized by the barrel vaulted roof and is often dedicated to the female deities. हाँ, I think मैंने ऐसा पढ़ा. The Rekha Deola is characterized by pyramidical roof where the Pidha Deola features a tall curvy linear spire. Which of the statement? I have not read about the second one, but first मैंने पढ़ा है. The Kalinga style of architecture, the Khakra mural is typically characterized by a barrel vault, something like that. मुझे इसमें ज़्यादा मार्क करने ही पड़ेंगे बिकॉज मैंने पिछले वाले में जनरल इंटेलिजेंस में इतना खराब परफॉर्म किया. With reference to the ninth schedule of Indian Constitution, consider the following statement. It was added by the First Amendment Act of 1951 to protect the laws to agrarian reform from judicial review. Yes. In the IR Coelho case 2007, the Supreme Court ruled that there is blanket immunity from judicial review for all laws placed in the ninth. No, Supreme Court said there is no more judicial, no more blanket immunity. So only one is correct. Only one is correct. Which one are correct? Which of the statement is correct? Next. Which of the following best describe the inverted duty structure in context of Indian taxation? Is situation where the import duty on the finished good is lower than the import duty on the raw. Yes, 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 yes. फिर भी बाकी पढ़ते हैं. A progressive taxation system where corporate taxes rate decreases as companies revenue decreases. No. A scenario where the export duties are higher than import duties to discourage the outflow of the essential commodity. A scenario where the export duties are higher than the import duties to discourage the outflow of the essential commodities. ये situation, no, ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं है. A situation where the indirect taxes form a higher percentage of the total tax revenue than direct taxes. No. A situation where the import duty on the finished good is lower than the import duties on the raw material used in the production. Consider the following regarding the Montreux record under the Ramsar Convention. It is a register of wetland sites, yes, where changes in ecological characters have occurred, are occurring or likely to occur as a result of human interference. Yes. Currently, Keoladeo National Park, Loktak Lake, and Chilka Lake from India are listed in Montreux. No, Chilka Lake is not listed. Chilka 2000 and I think 3 में बाहर आ गई थी. So one is correct. Okay, चलो ये ठीक जा रहा है. In the context of recent advances in human reproductive technology, that what is primary purpose of mitochondrial replacement therapy? Mitochondrial replacement therapy to edit the nuclear DNA of an embryo to prevent hereditary chromosomal abnormalities. To replace a mother's defective mitochondrial with healthy mitochondrial DNA from a doctor to prevent transmission of mitochondrial disease, something like this probably. To stimulate the regeneration mitochondria in aging somatic cells using the stem cell therapy, that is almost impossible to do for every single cell. To clone a human embryo by transferring a somatic cell nucleus into an enucleated donor. I don't think so. So to replace the mother's defective mitochondrial DNA with healthy mitochondrial DNA from a donor to prevent transmission of mitochondrial. Yeah, probably that is true. Most probably. Next, which one of the following major rock edicts of Ashoka explicitly mentioned the Southern Kingdom Chola? Second, rock edict second. Chol Chir Pandey, rock edict second. Next. Consider the following regarding the Government of India Act 1919 and the Government of India Act 1935. The 1919 introduced the diarchy at the provincial level, dividing subjects into reserved and transferred category. Yes. 1995 introduced it at central level. The 1990 abolished diarchy in the provinces and introduced. Yes. Both are correct. Both are correct. God. Under the 10th schedule, anti-defection law of the Indian Constitution, under which of the following condition is a nominated member of the House disqualified from being a member if they join any political party within 6 months of taking seat in House. If they join any political party within 6 months of taking their seat in the House, within six, are they disqualified? No, then they are not disqualified. If they join any political party after the expiry of the 6 months from the date on which they take their seat at the expiry, yes, then they are disqualified. If they abstain from voting contrary to a direction issued by the political party that originally nominated them, no, then they are not. Nominated members are entirely exempt from the provision. No, that is next. With reference to the gross domestic product (GDP) deflator and the consumer price index, consider the following statement: the CPI includes the prices of the imported consumer goods, whereas the GDP deflator does not. CPI includes the prices of the imported consumer goods, where the GDP does not. GDP deflator includes the prices of the capital goods produced domestically, whereas CPI does not. I think so. तो लग रहा है. Both are correct. Not sure. In the nitrogen cycle, where the following group of bacteria is primarily responsible for denitrification, the process of converting nitrates into Pseudomonas and Theobacillus. True. 11th class biology. Among the Shad Darshan, 6 orthodox schools of Indian philosophy, which of the following was founded by the sage Kanad and is known for rigorous postulation of atomism, Parmanubad, asserting that all objects in the physical universe are reducible to finite. I have no idea. Mimamsa to nahi hoga, but still I have no idea. Consider the following entities: the President of India, a private individual, a Chief Justice of a High Court, acting in the judicial capacity against which of the following of the above can the writ of mandamus matlab we command not be issued? All three: High Court, Chief Justice, President, and private. All three. It cannot be issued. Amar Nyayaka system was a major political innovation of which of the following empire? Vijayanagar Empire. That much I know. Consider the following statement regarding the black soil in India. They are rich in iron, lime, calcium, potassium, aluminium, and magnesium. Yes, they are. They are generally rich in. No, they are not rich in nitrogen. Indian soils are not rich in nitrogen, phosphorus. They are not rich in nitrogen. So 2 is wrong. Only 1 is correct. Nice. In macroeconomics, how does core inflation mathematically differ from headline inflation? In macroeconomics, how does core inflation में we don't calculate fast moving prices. Core inflation is calculated by subtracting the imported goods inflation from headline inflation. Core inflation excludes the high volatile food and fuel components from headline. Yes. Core inflation measures only the inflation of the primary sector, while headline inflation excludes indirect taxes, whereas core inflation includes them. The principle of the two species competing for the exact same limited resource cannot the principle that two species competing for exact same limited resources cannot stably coexist is known as Allen's rule, Bergman's rule, or Gauss comparative exclusion principle. The technique known as somatic cell nuclear transfer (SCNT) is most prominently utilized in which of the following application? Target gene editing using I will have no idea about it. Arrange the following historical events of the Indian independence struggle in the chronological order: Wavell Plan, August Offer, Cabinet Mission, Cripps Mission. August Offer के बाद ही Cripps Mission है. Cabinet Plan तो इन सबके बाद में. August, Cripps, Cabinet. ऐसा वेवल का मुझे उतना नहीं पता है. तो 243 ऐसा तो हो. 243 सब में ही इधर ये गलत हो गया. 2 अरे यार. Which one of the following industrial is uniquely distinguished by its division into 3 distinct: Citadel, Middle Tower, and Lower Tower? Citadel, Middle Tower, Lower Tower, धोलावीरा. ये तो पढ़ा हुआ है. इतना तो बहुत पढ़ा है. Consider the following statement regarding the Estimates Committee of the Indian Parliament. It consists of 30 members, all of whom are elected solely by the Lok Sabha. Yes. A minister cannot be elected as a member of this committee. Yes. Both are correct. 6 minutes. Which of the following best encapsulates the core architectural shift promised by the Web 3.0 compared to its predecessors? The transition from static HTML to interactive user-generated content hosted on centralized corporate servers, the integration of quantum computing processors in consumer smartphone for faster local data rendering, the decentralization of internet using blockchain technology, allowing users to control their own data and digital identity without centralized yes intermediaries, the exclusion of virtual reality interface for all internet browsing. No, no, no. Following enactment of Wildlife Protection Act, how has the classification of species schedule been reconstructed? Following the enactment of Wildlife Protection Act, the number of schedules was increased from 6 to 8, include genetically modified organisms. I have no idea about Wildlife Protection Act. In context of Indian economy, SS Thapor Committee. SS Thapor Committee, constituted 1997 to 2006, is primarily associated with privatization of public sector bank and reduction of the estimation of poverty line using mixed recall period methodology. The roadmap for fuller capital account convert हाँ account convertibility. ये तो ऐसा ही कुछ याद आ रहा है. The implementation of goods and service no. Oceanic upwelling zones such as the ones driven by the Humboldt current of the coast of Peru are highly significant geographically because they cause downwelling of oxygen poor surface water created marine dead zones. They bring cold, nutrient rich, deep ocean water to surface supporting fish population. They are the primary generation zones for tropical cyclones in eastern Pacific. They trap warm surface waters against the coast, preventing the formation of an no. I think option B is correct. थोड़ा सा guess ले रहा हूँ उसमें भी. Which of the following tradition of Indian art forms specifically represents shadow puppetry? Kathputli of Rajasthan, Kathputli shadow puppetry तो नहीं होता है. Tholu Bomlata of Andhra Pradesh, Boma Lattam of Tamil Nadu या फिर Yampuri of Bihar. हाँ, Homo Bomlata of Andhra Pradesh. Shadow puppetry. Boma Lattam या Homo Bomlata. Not sure. बाद में देखते. Among the Shad Darshan, six orthodox schools of Indian philosophy, which of the following founded by sage Kanad and is known for its rigorous postulation of atomism, Parmanuvad, asserting that all objects in the physical universe are reducible to finite number of atoms? सांख्य, न्याय, वैशेषिका या मीमांसा? सांख्य, न्याय, वैशेषिका, मीमांसा तो नहीं है. मीमांसा मैंने थोड़ा सा पढ़ा है. साख या फिर न्याय. न्याय भी नहीं है, न्याय तो अलग ही हो जाएगा. तो फिर साख थ्योरी या वैशेषिका बचा. साख या वैशेषिका में से कोई एक होना चाहिए. मीमांसा तो नहीं है. न्याय वर्ड नहीं लग रहा. न्याय डिफरेंट न्याय कहाँ से आ जाएगा इसमें. परमाणुवाद. साख में भी ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं था. आई सॉ वीडियो ऑफ विकास दुबे कीर्ति सर साक्ष्य थे तो ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं बताया उन्होंने. हल्का फुल्का जो मुझे याद आ रहा है. लेट्स टेक अ गेस. वैशेषिका. आई हैव नो आइडिया अबाउट वैशेषिका बाय द वे. आई हैव मैंने नहीं पढ़ा अभी तक. The technique known as somatic cell nuclear transfer (SCNT) is most prominently utilized in which of the following application? Target gene editing using CSISPR, reproductive cloning of animals, sequencing of entire genome of extinct species, developing mRNA vaccine by erasing. No, I have no idea. No idea. Are the historical events of Indian independence? The Wavell Plan, August offer, कैबिनेट मिशन, क्रिप्स. अगस्त के बाद क्रिप्स आएगा और उसके बाद कैबिनेट. टू. कैबिनेट लास्ट में होना चाहिए. थ्री लास्ट. टू के बाद क्या लेने. अगस्त. 2 4 3. वन कहाँ है. वेवल. It's like a 50-50 between these two. I'll go with this. कंप्लीट 50-50। मैंने वेल प्लान नहीं पढ़ा है तो मैं तुक्का लगा रहा हूँ। नेक्स्ट, Wildlife Protection Amendment Act. How has the classification of species schedules been reconstructed? The number of schedules has increased from 6 to 8, include genetically modified organisms. The number of schedules was reduced from 6 to 8, 6 to 4 specifically, including the new schedule for species listed under CITES. All schedules are abolished and replaced by a single consolidated list of protected fauna. A special schedule 7 was added exclusively for marine biodiversity. लग रहा है कि डी सही हो सकता है, बट नॉट श्योर। और एक लिमिट तक ही तुक्के लेने चाहिए। इसका क्या होगा? शैडो पपेट्री। कठपुतली तो नहीं है, यामपुरी भी नहीं है, जितना मुझे याद आ रहा है यामपुरी भी नहीं है। अगेन 50-50 ले लें, ले लेते हैं चलो। फिर नेक्स्ट चलो आ जाएगा। How many pairs of integer x y set by the equation x square minus y square is equal to, तो x plus y into x minus y is equal to 2026, 1 into 2026, और दूसरा क्या हो जाएगा 2 into 1013। 1013 तो नहीं टूटेगा फिर। तो x plus y is equal to 2026 and how many pairs of integers? integer x minus y is equal to 1, ये चला गया। 2x is equal to 2027, तो ये इंटीजर तो नहीं आएगा x। ओके, नाउ x plus y is equal to 1013 और x minus y is equal to 2, तो 2x is equal to 1015, ये भी इंटीजर नहीं आएगा, तो जीरो इंटीजर वैल्यू, जीरो। नेक्स्ट, a dishonest shopkeeper uses a weight of 900 gram instead of 1 kilogram while selling goods at cost price. What is his actual display? 900 एक्चुअली बेच रहा है, दिखा रहा है 1000, तो 100 का प्रॉफिट हुआ, 900 पे हुआ 1/9, 11.11%, 1/9। A is to B is equal to 2/3, B is to C is equal to 4/5. Find A is to B is to C. A upon B is equal to 2/3, B upon C is equal to 4/5, uh, into 4/4, so 8/12 into 2/2, है ना, नहीं into 3/3, 12/15, 8 is to 12 is to 15। Okay, next, in what ratio should tea costing rupees 60 be mixed? X is to y, 60 into x plus 80 into y upon x plus y is equal to 75. 60x plus 80y is equal to 75x plus 75y. So 5y is equal to 15x and x upon y is equal to 1:3. 1:3. Next, pretty simple. Next, A invest 8,000 rupees for 6 months, B invest 8,000 for 9 months. A ने कितना इन्वेस्ट कर दिया? 6,000, 8,000, and B ने इन्वेस्ट कर दिया, B invested 8,000. 6 months and 9 months. 6 months and 9 months. 48 is to 72, 2 is to 3. Total profit is 7,000. So 5x is equal to 7,000. X is actually equal to 1400, 2800, 2800. एक आ 2800. Find the difference between the compound interest and simple interest on 10,000. CI पहले के निकाल लेते हैं। 10,000, 1 plus 10/100 to the power 2 minus 1. 10,000, 121, 121 upon 21 upon 100, 2100। CI आ गया। SI, PRT upon 100, 2,000, 100 rupees, 100 rupees is fine. Next, a boat covers 24 kilometers upstream in 6 hours and returns downstream in 4 hours. So upstream and downstream, 24 kilometers and time is 6 hours, तो स्पीड हो गई 4 किलोमीटर पर आवर डाउनस्ट्रीम में, and returns downstream same distance, 24 kilometer, time is 4 hours, सो स्पीड हो गई 6 किलोमीटर पर आवर। b minus w is equal to 4 and b plus w is equal to 6, so 2b is equal to 10 and b is actually equal to 5. तो वाटर की स्पीड आ गई 1 और बोट की स्पीड आ गई 3. फाइंड द स्पीड ऑफ बोट इन स्टिल वाटर एंड द स्पीड ऑफ वाटर. परफेक्ट. नेक्स्ट कितना टाइम बचा? 10 minutes. In a race of 800 meter, A beats B by 80 meter and B beats C by this much time. A beats B by 800 in a race of 800 meters. 800 meters. A beats B by 80 meters. तो A वहां पहुंच गया और B अभी कहाँ पे है? B अभी 720 मीटर पे ही है. तो A का यहाँ कैलकुलेशन कर लो. डिस्टेंस उसने कवर किया 800 मीटर और उसको टाइम लगा ये करने में, कुछ भी अज्यूम कर सकता हूँ, 10 सेकेंड. तो स्पीड हो जाएगी 80 मीटर पर सेकेंड. टाइम क्योंकि दिया नहीं है तो कुछ भी अज्यूम कर लो, लेकिन सबके लिए वही करना है. फिर डिस्टेंस इसने बी ने किया 720 मीटर उतना ही टाइम में, तो इसकी स्पीड हो गई 72 मीटर पर सेकेंड. और सी के साथ बाय हाउ मच टाइम वुड बी बीट सी? सी ने बी बीट सी, ए बीट सी बाय 100, तो 700. सी ने उतने ही टाइम में किया 700, तो सी की स्पीड हो गई 70 मीटर पर सेकेंड. अब क्या कह रहा है? हाउ मच वुड बी बीट सी इन, तो बी इन 720 मीटर. 720 मीटर जो है बी ट्रेवल करेगा, बी 720 मीटर ट्रेवल करेगा 10 सेकेंड्स में, और 10 सेकेंड में सी 700. तो अरे 20 मीटर यार, ये तो बहुत ही आसान है. नेक्स्ट. पाइप ए कैन फिल अ टैंक इन 12 आवर्स. पाइप ए कैन फिल अ टैंक इन 12 आवर्स and pipe B can do it in 18 hours. Pipe B can do it in 18 hours. Total work will be 36 units. और A जो है वो 1 आवर में करेगा 3 यूनिट्स और B जो है वो 1 आवर में करेगा 2 यूनिट्स. A प्लस B मिलके 1 आवर में करेंगे 5 यूनिट्स. बोथ पाइप्स आर ओपन टुगेदर बट पाइप A इज क्लोज आफ्टर 4 आवर्स. 4 आवर में ये लोग कर लेंगे 20 यूनिट्स. Pipe A is closed after 4 hours, तो B अकेला. For how long will pipe B take to fill the remaining? Remaining है 16, pipe कर रहा है to 8 hours. Next. The average weight of 8 people increases by 2.5 kilogram when a person weighing 65 kg is replaced by a new person. When a person weighing 65 kg, 8 people का सम हो जाए, एवरेज हो गया x, तो सम हो गया 1 से लेके 8 people का 8x. 8 लोगों का सम हो गया 8x. Increases by 2.5 kg. So 8x plus 8x increases when a person weighing 65 kg. So 8x minus 65 is replaced by new plus y upon 8 is equal to x plus 2.5. Okay. So 8x minus 65 plus y is equal to 8x plus 20. 8x से 8x cancel हो गया तो y की वैल्यू आ जाएगी 85. Nice. Next. How much time? Standard deviation of this data array इसमें बहुत टाइम लगेगा. The remainder of this 2 to the power 50 upon 7 remainder, so this becomes Euler of 7 6 2 to the power 50 upon 6 और ये 7, so 2 to the power 2 upon 7 4 4 4 4. The HCF and LCM of two numbers is this and this. If one of them is 48, the other number array 12 into 336 upon 48, so 12 4 जा 4 8 जा और 4 8 4 84. Next, simplify this, so this will 4 12. Nice. Next, solve for this. एक रूट तो आ जाएगा -4 -3 ना, तो एक रूट आ गया 4, एक रूट आ गया 3. फाइंड द सम ऑफ द स्क्वायर्स ऑफ द रूट. तो 4 स्क्वायर प्लस 3 स्क्वायर 16 प्लस 9 25. नाइस. a minus b is this, ab is this, अरे a minus b का होल स्क्वायर, a स्क्वायर प्लस b स्क्वायर माइनस 2ab. 16 is equal to a square plus b square plus b square minus 90. तो 106. Nice. From an external point, a tangent of length 12 centimeter is drawn on a circle of radius 5. A tangent of length 12 centimeter is drawn on a circle of radius 5. हाँ तो 12 square plus 5 13 आ गया पूरा length 13. Find the distance from the external point to the center. 13. Next. In a triangle ABC, if angle A is equal to 50 degree, triangle ABC, angle A is equal to 50 degree. The exterior angle at the vertex C is 130 degree. If this is 130 degree, the internal angle is 50 degree और बचा हुआ angle will become 80 degree. Find angle B, 80 degree. Next, find the volume of the sphere with radius 7 centimeter. 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi is 22 by 7 r cube 343. तो ये हो जाएगा 49 कटेगा तो 49 into 22 9 to 18 के 8 करेंगे ऊपर अपन 9 into 8 9 23 46 average 1078 1078 into 4 8 4 32 करेंगे ऊपर 3 7 4 28 134 312 4312 divided by 3 3 1 3 1 3 3 4 12 1 1 3 3 9 3 7 4 1 4 3 7 1 4 3 7 by 3. Perfect. From a point on a ground 30 meters from the base of a tower, the angle of elevation at the top of the tower is 30 degrees. Okay, at the top of the tower is 30 degrees. Top of the tower is 30 degrees. From a point on a base, from a point on the ground 30 meters from the base, 30 meters from the base, find the height of the tower. Tan 30 degrees is equal to AB upon BC, AB upon 30. So 1 by root 3 is equal to AB upon 30, 30 upon root 3 into root 3 by root 3, 30 root 3 upon 3, 10 root 3, 10 root 3, 10 root 3. Next. A shopkeeper marks an item 50% above its cost price, then offers a discount of 20% of the mark price. CP ले लिया 100, marks an item 50% above the cost price. MP हो गया 150, and then offers a discount of 20% of the mark price. So 150 into 8 by 10, 120. SP हो गया 120, और 20% profit. The ages of A and B are in the ratio 4:5, 10 year. Hence, the ratio of their ages will be 6:7. Find if A, B, 2026, 10 year. Hence, yani 2036. The ages of A and B are in the ratio 4. So 4x, 5x, 10 year. Hence, their ages will be 6:7. 6, 7. 4x plus 10 upon 5x plus 10 is equal to 6 upon 7. 7 goes to 28x plus 70 is equal to 30x plus 60. 10 is equal to 2x. X is equal to 5. Find A's present age. 5 4 20 years. 20 years is the present age of A. Two circle of radii 8 centimeter and 3 centimeter have their centers 13 centimeter apart. R1 is 8. R2 is 3. And distance between the center is 13. Find the length of the direct common tangent between them. Direct common tangent length is equal to d square 169 minus r1 minus r2, 8 minus 5 whole square, 140 12. Nice, you're doing good. A sum of 15,000 becomes 19,860 in 2 years at compound interest, compounded annually. This will take some time. The mean of 20 observation is 15. One say 20 ka sum upon 20 is equal to 15. So sum of 20 observation is 300. If one observation wrongly recorded at 25, 300 minus 25 is corrected to 35 plus 35 upon 20. So 310 upon 20, 15.5. Let's do this also. A sum of 15,000 becomes 19,860 in 2 years at compound interest, compounded annually. Find the amount is equal to P 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. Amount is 19,860. 19,860. 15,000. 1 plus R by 100. 1 plus R by 100 to the power 2. So 1986 upon 1500 is equal to 1 plus R by 100 equal to 19.86 divided by 15. 15 1 ja 15, 48, 15 3 ja 45, 36, 15 2 ja 1.324 divided under root 100 plus r upon 100. 1.324 का रूट ले लोगे तो कितना आएगा? वन बन जाओ 1 0.32 21 बन जा 21 1.15 15 है ना 1.15 इंटू 100 माइनस 100 हाँ 15 अरे बाप रे एक सेकेंड 1.115 हाँ हाँ 15 नेक्स्ट इसका मार्क पर रिव्यू हटा दें चलो ये वाला स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन हो 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 so 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 upon 7 is 8 8 13 13 19 19 26 26 34 34 7 7 12 12 18 18 25 25 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 7 12 18 25 33 46 और सबको सर 6 - 3 का होल स्क्वायर अरे नहीं हो पाएगा इसमें टाइम लगेगा 10 सेकंड में तो नहीं होगा दिमाग फ्रेश रखते हैं इंग्लिश के लिए आ गया passage. The pervasive adoption of algorithm in judicial sentencing intends to mitigate human bias. However, these proprietary models are trained on historical data, which inherently encapsulate centers of system prejudice. Thus, rather than eradicating bias, the algorithm launders it, wrapping discriminatory outcomes in a veneer of mathematical objectivity. Which of the following is the most logical corollary in the author's argument? Pervasive adoption of algorithm in mitigate human bias. However, these proprietary models are trained on historical data and thus, rather than eradicating bias, the algorithm launders its rapid discriminatory outcomes and linear mathematical objectivity, which are the following logical. Okay, algorithms should be entirely banned from the judicial system due to their inherent no. Mathematical objectivity is an illusion that cannot exist in any computational model. No algorithmic sentencing may inadvertently grant systematic prejudice to shield of unsaleable legitimacy. Historical data must be manually altered before algorithmic sentencing may be systematic. हाँ systematic prejudice यही तो बोल रहा है उसमें. Next. In ecological economics, the Jevons paradox occurs when the technological progress increases the efficiency with which a resource is used, but the rate of the consumption of that resource rises because of increasing demand. Therefore, promoting energy efficiency might paradoxically accelerate the depletion of natural resources. Which of the following is underlying assumption is an underlying assumption of the passage? Technological progress is the primary driver of the environmental degradation. The increase in the demand outpaces the resource saving generated by the improved efficiency. No, the consumers are completely unaware of the environmental impact of their increased resource energy efficiency policies are intentionally designed to the increase in demand outpaces the resource saving generated by the improved efficiency. Technological progress is the primary driver of environmental. The increase in demand outpaces the resource saving. Yes, that is probably true. That is the most. That is the best outcome. Consumers are completely unaware. नहीं, consumer की तो बात ही नहीं हो रही है ना. Arrange the following sentences to form the coherent paragraph. By reducing complex. Time लगेगा इसमें. Oh man, I'm taking so much time. Choose the word that perfectly fills the blank. The politician's speech was an absolute masterclass in dash. He spoke passionately for an hour without actually committing to a single concrete perseveration. Perseveration का ही मतलब होता है कि इधर उधर की बातें करना. मैग्नानिमिटी तो बहुत अच्छा बड़े दिल का इंसान है. नहीं यही है. इससे identify the sentence that is grammatically correct and uses the subjective mood. Subjunctive mood मतलब hypothetical situation या फिर hypothesis. It is imperative that CEO steps down immediately to save company's reputation. No. If I was the manager, I would have handled this client complaints. This can be the committee recommended. हाँ, अगर recommend वगैरह use हो गया है, so that would be subjunctive. that the policy be implemented by the end of the fiscal year. She demands that he apologizes for the, yeah, so recommended. History is rarely a record of what actually happened. Rather, it is a reflection of the prevailing orthodoxies of an era, which it is written the archivist in which it is written the archivist is not passive custodian of the truth, but an active curator of the collective memory, deciding what is preserved and what is condemned to into oblivion. What is the primary thrust of the author's argument? Historical accounts are entirely fictitious and bear no resemblance to actual events. Archivists deliberately destroy the documents to serve the political elite. The recording of the history is inherently subjective and shaped by the contemporary ideological framework. Right? History should be studied through the primary archaeological survey. नहीं नहीं which of the following, सब मैं ज़्यादा focus करने पे करूँगा. Which of the following sentences uses the phrasal verb or idiom correctly? Incorrectly. The committee decided to iron out the remaining discrepancies before signing the treaty. In the face of the mounting evidence, the embattled CEO finally decided to fall on his own sword. The newly appointed manager tried to curry favor with the board by drastically cutting employee benefits. She was so exhausted by the relentless questioning that she eventually caved out, nahi, caved in. Arrange the following sentences to form a coherent paragraph. Consequently, the assumption that early humans were strictly patriarchal requires significant reassessment. For decades, the archaeological interpretation were heavily skewed by the modern cultural bias of predominantly male archaeologists. Recent excavation, however, have unearthed burial sites where the female skeletons were interred with weapons and hunting gear. Whenever weapons were found in grave, it was reflexively categorized as a male while jewelry denoted a female. So for decades, archaeological interpretation were heavily skewed by the modern cultural bias of the predominantly. Q सबसे पहले आएगा. Recent excavation, however, unearthed burial sites नहीं. उसके बाद whenever weapons were found, हाँ, it was categorically it was Q फिर S and then consequently the assumption that the early humans were patriarchal requires वो तो ये यहाँ this could be final statement. तो QSRP चलिए. Despite his publicly dash demeanor, those who worked closely with the ambassador knew him to be remarkably dash, often flying into the rage over minor logistics error. Despite his phlegmatic, phlegmatic और irreversible. तो phlegmatic का मतलब होता है unemotional, nice, sweet, और irascible मतलब irritated. Combative, docile नहीं, this sycophantic थोड़ी होगा सबके सामने. This is the only answer जो कि मुझे सही लग रहा है. Which of the following sentences exhibit dangling modifier? Dangling modifier देखना बड़ा time लगेगा. Passage. The paradox of modern choices is that as the number of available options increases exponentially, our satisfaction with the chosen outcome decreases proportionally. We are paralyzed by the opportunity of the cost of unchosen alternatives, leading to a state of perpetual buyer remorse. According to the passage, which is the primary cause of buyer's remorse in a society? The declining quality of the modern consumer would know. The anxiety induced by the sheer volume of the potential alternative that were yes. The manipulative advertising strategy employed by the corporates? No. The financial burden of purchasing excess? No. Exact antonym of obdurate. Obdurate का मतलब somebody who doesn't listen to you. तो intransigent, complacent का मतलब somebody who complies. तो that is the best alternative. बाकी option भी ephemeral का मतलब short lived. और sagacious का मतलब क्या था? Sagacious but complacent इसका सही आंसर है, as much as I can tell. The historian argued that the empire's collapse was not a sudden dash, but rather a slow process of internal dash exacerbated by the external pressure. Was not a sudden cataclysm. Cataclysm का मतलब होता है sudden political collapse. Cataclysm, not a slow attrition का मतलब a slow पीछे धीरे धीरे नीचे खिसकना. That is attrition. अपॉजी का तो मतलब होता है एक सडन हाई, तो वो तो कोलैप्स से नहीं होगा. सो दैट इज ट्रू. और भी आंसर करेक्ट हो सकते हैं, बट दिस इज द बेस्ट आंसर. In which of the following sentences is the word fast used as an adverb? The ascetic decided to observe a strict fast for spiritual purification. The color of the fabric is fast and will not fade. The ship was held fast. Yes. So adverb is something that describes the nature of verb. So held is verb and fast is adverb. Next. The investigative journalist realized that pursuing the conspiracy theory was essentially tilting at windmills. What does the idiom tilting at windmills mean? Tilting at windmills, imaginary लोगों को chase करना, attacking imaginary, using highly unethical, shifting blame onto innocent bystanders. No, could be, but no. Making a situation. So identify the part of the sentence containing a grammatical error. Hardly had the Prime Minister begun his speech, not began his speech, when the opposition members started. Begun. Option B. Next. Epigenetics challenges the deterministic view of genetics. It poses the environmental factors such as diet. Poses that environmental factors such as diet and stress can alter the expression of genes without altering the underlying DNA sequence. This implies that trauma of one generation might literally leave a chemical signature on the genes of the next. Which of the following represents a valid interference from the passage? DNA sequence are highly unstable and constantly rewrite themselves based on the diet. Genetic determinism fully accounts for all inherited traits and behavior. Inheritance is governed solely by the structural sequence of DNA passed from parent to offspring, and individuals' biology legacy to their offspring is shaped by their experiences, not just by their innate genetic coding. So true. Perfect. Next. The critique review of the novel was particularly dash. Rather than evaluating the plot, he launched an ad hominem attack on the author's personal life, revealing his own dash laudatory object, his own objectivity तो नहीं होगा ना, his own partisanship makes sense, his own magnanimity का तो मतलब होता है कि बड़ा दिल, so वो भी नहीं हो सकता, बड़ा दिल थोड़ी दिखाया गालियां देके. So partisanship means his own prejudice, and vituperative, I don't exactly know, but ठीक है, this is right. Arrange the following sentences from coherent paragraph P. This intrinsic valuation challenges the anthropocentric paradigm that views nature merely as a repository of resources. Deep ecology postulates that all living beings possess an inherent right to exist independent of their own utility. Of humans implementing such philosophy would require a radical reconstructing of our culture, of our current economic models. It demands the shift from exploitative capitalism to regenerative system of coexistence. This intrinsic valuation deep ecology postulates that all living beings possess an inherent right to exist, independent of their utility to humans. It demands a shift from exploitative capitalism. This intrinsic valuation changes it. QP एंड किससे करेंगे? QP require radical QPRS ही होना चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से. Next. Identify the sentence with perfect parallel structure. The manager told the employee that they need to finish the proper report to update the database, and then they should clean the no. She enjoys hiking in the mountains, swimming in the ocean, and ride her bicycle in the park. The new software is designed to streamline operation, enhance security protocol, and reduce administrative. Yes, that is. His writing is not only great, that find the pair that best mirrors the relationship expressed in exculpate blame. Blame को खत्म करने को exculpate कहते हैं. So इसमें कौन सा सही हो सकता है? Venerate, respect, exonerate, guilt. I'm not sure. Exonerate, guilt हो सकता है. Maybe. I'm not sure. Arrange the following to form a logical paragraph. This optical illusion makes moon appear significantly larger when it's near the horizon than when it is high in the sky. For centuries, philosophers and scientists debated whether this was a physical magnification caused by the atmosphere. The moon illusion, हाँ ये सही है. The moon illusion सबसे पहले होगा. Is a phenomena that has baffled sky watchers. R फिर P आना चाहिए. R के बाद P. यही आ रहा है. R के बाद P. Last क्या है? However, modern photography has definitely proven that the angular size of the moon remains entirely constant regardless. Yeah. Next. The CEO's approach to corporate governance, favoring rapid expansion over sustainable practices, eventually led to the company's financial. The CEO's myopic approach, दूरदर्शी ना होना, मतलब myopic होना. While the new education policy boasts a plethora of structural reforms and modern pedagogical buzzwords in conveniently skirts an abysmal reality of underfunded public schools, a glossy curriculum is of little use in a classroom that lacks a roof. What is the author's primary tone in the passage? Optimistic and constructive? No. Objective and analytical could be. Sardonic and critical? Yes. Resigned and sardonic. Sardonic means मजाक उड़ाते हुए उपहास करना और critical is also yes he's criticizing. Next, fill in the blank with grammatically scarcely dash the stadium when the torrential rain began causing the umpire to suspend the match. It is scarcely had the players entered. Next, find the best player that exhibit. I'll go with this exonerate and guilt. I'm not sure, but I'll go with this. And this one, which of the following sentences exhibit a dangling modifier? Exhausted from the marathon, the runner collapsed at the finish line. Having finished the assignment, the TV was turned on by Mark. To bake a perfect cake, the exact measurements of the ingredients are strictly required. Um, having finished exhausted from the marathon, having finished the TV was struck by Mark and walking down the dark alley, he suddenly having finished the assignment, the TV was yeah, this seems to be right. Next. Which of the following sentences use the phrasal verb or idiom incorrectly? Incorrectly. The committee decided to iron out the remaining discrepancies. Arey, I marked this, na? Caved out. This is true. I marked this. Which of the following sentences exhibit it dangling? I marked this also. One is left, na? And that's it. Oh, only one incorrect. Nice. Guess what काम कर गया मेरा? Guess what काम करा है? 169.5 out of 200. This was tough. Journal intelligence and reasoning 27.5. General awareness 46, quantitative aptitude 48, and English comprehension 48. Okay. Who should I challenge? I took too long in this. I took too long in this. I took too long in this. Question number 11. सब reasoning वाले होंगे. Also this. General awareness. Too long in this, in this, in this, in this. Okay. Doing well in general awareness. Yeah, I need to focus on intelligence. General intelligence and reasoning. Okay. So if you enjoyed, you can also take this test. The link is always in the description. Okay. So I hope you liked it. Let me know your score also, and I'll see you. Bye.